Hello and welcome to another edition of the Kickout Predictions. This is the predictions for Hell in a Cell.
I don't know.
We've come full circle. You've been leading the whole time. I told you this would be the pay-per-view that I'd go in front.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
I have to watch
Watch
back.
the videos. Watch the
I have
videos.
to watch back. I don't remember you saying that. I don't remember you
And
saying
now I am in front. From being 1 point behind
12
at the
point-
start.
that. You were 12 points
12
behind
points
at one
behind
stage.
at SummerSlam. At the worst. From SummerSlam now all the way up to No Mercy.
Wait, look, what?
I am now 9 points ahead.
Oh, what the hell's happened?
9 points. Why would you ever doubt Brock Lesnar?
Because
Why?
Braun Strowman. That's why.
Why?
Because Braun Strowman.
Oh.
It's not just Brock as any. It's not even just Brock as well. It's who else?
Why would you
Why
believe
did
in
they book Jason Jordan? What the fuck is wrong with me?
Anyway, we'll move on. And we have don't worry, Dave. You have a whole new set of predictions right here.
Oh.
By the way, thank you also everybody that voted in our forfeit poll,
Yep.
either on Twitter or on Facebook. We really appreciate all the votes. As you may be aware, the choices, there was 4.
Yeah.
One of those was, in fact, yes, chops. Thank
Yeah.
you. One was a spicy wing challenge. We're going to do it at Hogs and Heifers. They have a spicy wing challenge every week. There was also dyeing our beards a different colour, which I thought would have been interesting. I was aiming for that a little bit myself. I would have liked to have seen that.
Really?
Yeah, actually, I wanted that.
You said
It would have been something different.
aiming
you know?
aiming for me to do that.
Well, like, listen, if I lost, I wouldn't have minded doing that either.
Really?
Yeah,
you
it's,
say
it's
that.
just something different.
All right.
And then finally, the other challenge was to get something waxed. But the winner of the forfeit challenge is
Bacon
chops
chops.
from a wrestler. 10 to be precise.
Yep.
10 chops. The loser, after the weekend of not just Survivor Series, but also NXT War Games, it will, because that's going to be a huge weekend. That'll finish it off.
Yeah.
The loser after that weekend
Taking
will be
chops.
receiving the chops.
I hope you're sadist.
Oh, why? Because I like to see you in pain.
Make yourself a mad thing. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. I mean, listen.
It's not. It's not. Look, I came back after being behind by 12 points. You could easily come back.
You were in the moods before.
Yeah, you could easily come back. I'm not counting my chickens just yet. So I've got. There's still a load of events coming up beforehand.
Right, let's go.
But let's get straight into it, and we'll kick off with the kickoff show actually, and the match on the kickoff show. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. Sorry.
Against the Hype Bros.
Against the Hype Bros.
Against Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley.
Dave, who have you got and why?
I can't see Benjamin and Gable losing this match, so I'm going to go to Gable pinning Mojo Rawley.
Yeah. Easy.
Also, I feel this is the end of the
Hype Bros.
Of the Hype Bros. This could be it.
I could.
How it is, I don't know. One turning against the other, or maybe the two of them maybe taking it out on the referee.
I would think Mojo.
We'll go heel.
Mojo turn heel on Zack, possibly.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Like Mojo seems.
I think that'd be the best thing for his career.
Mojo's the one who seems to be pulling the initiative a lot more between
Yeah,
lately.
so that's why he can't. He has to turn heel and turn on Zack because Zack is not pulling it on his weight anymore.
Yeah, it's since his injury.
Yeah, since his injury. But anyway, that's all that needs to be said about that one. We'll get on to the main show, and the first match on the main show we're going to cover is Randy Orton against Rusev. Rusev, of course, celebrated Bulgaria Day and Rusev Day 2 weeks ago with Aiden English.
Rusev Day.
Fantastically singing the Bulgarian national anthem, only
Indeed.
for Randy Orton to ruin it and to set up a match here at Hell in a Cell. Dave, give me your prediction.
I'm gonna go with Rusev on this one.
Ooh, okay.
By pinfall.
Yeah.
I think Randy, he won their last one and won it too quickly. I think this is going to be a competitive match, and I somehow see Aiden English being involved in this match somehow. He's been in between a lot of them lately, so I'm going to go with a pinfall for Rusev.
Totally agree. Rusev pinfall. Rusev submission.
Okay.
I'm going to go Rusev submission. Everyone forgets he has the accolade. That's
true, but
that is his finisher.
Can you make Randy Orton tap out to it though?
Randy Orton passes out.
All right.
Nobody ever really taps out from the accolade. People pass out and the referee just rings the bell.
Okay.
But that's who I'm going to go
We'll
for.
move on anyway. The glorious Bobby Roode will take on the gimmick stealing of Dolph Ziggler. So
I think one thing we can guarantee is Dolph Ziggler will come out first to Bobby Roode's music.
Do you think that'll happen?
I think he'll come out on the
dear
rope.
God.
I think so.
I actually don't want that to happen.
It's kind of written there for it, really, isn't it?
Whatever the case, Roode's by pinfall.
Yeah, Roode's first pay-per-view on the main roster. Dolph Ziggler did the same thing with Nakamura. He put over Nakamura's. Dolph Ziggler looks
He's a gatekeeper. He's a gatekeeper.
Well, not for much longer. Not much longer because his contract is over.
His last match as a gatekeeper is speculated.
Is over at the end of October, so I think this could be one of his last matches. And because it's one of his last matches, it's going to add another L. That means loss to his career. So Bobby Roode via pinfall after a glorious DDT.
Let's move on. The United States Championship is on the line. AJ Styles defends against Baron Corbin. This isn't an easy one to pick.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't an easy one. I'm going for AJ. I think AJ's going to keep the belt. I think he's going to pin Baron Corbin. Like Aiden English getting involved in the Rusev match, I think Ty Dillinger is going to have something to do in this match.
So you think he's going to attack Baron Corbin?
I don't think he's going to attack anybody around like that. I think he's just going to have a presence to distract one or the others.
No, you think about it. Imagine if he turned heel and attacked AJ or something like that.
It would be interesting. It might help him get over a little bit, but then he'd have to lose the 10 gimmick.
Well, no.
I know he had it as a heel. I know he had it as a heel at the start.
It can work as a heel.
But
think about it, it can.
I don't think it would work with him as a heel in the main roster. Vince would want them to change it.
Whatever the case, I'm going with AJ too, by pinfall.
Yeah. Moving on to our women's title match. That is Natalya, the champion, going up against Charlotte Flair. Dave, prediction?
I'm going with Charlotte on this one, by submission. I think she'll submit Natalya with her finger eights, because the way I see it, although I enjoy Natalya as a champion, she is more of a transitional champion. So she's there in the sense where although she's very good, she is. I think WWE see her in the sense where she is good to make someone else go over, such as Charlotte, such as Naomi, such as even Becky Lynch. More so the latter, the first two. And here's Charlotte now, and I think something tells me, especially because of the recent health scares with Ric Flair, like that. I'm not saying it's a reason for her to make her champion, but certain it would give WWE that extra initiative if her booking tells us anything, for her to become champion. So I'm gonna go with Natalya.
I agree.
Charlotte. Sorry.
I agree. Charlotte is going to win by pinfall.
Pinfall.
Yes.
All right.
Pinfall. I think it's going to be pinfall. I think she'll do her natural selections finisher to pin Natty. I think you're right about the Ric Flair health scares. I think that has played a part in WWE's booking.
Yeah.
Solely because they want Charlotte Flair to have the same number of titles as a women's champion as Ric Flair had as the men's. They want to do it possibly so Ric Flair can see number 16 happen and be there for number 16.
She'll probably lose the title then by next week. That's the case.
This is why I'm adding in my cash-in.
Are you?
My cash-in, I think, is going to happen on Sunday night. I think Carmella is cashing in her Money in the Bank briefcase straight after this match. And she's going to...
She's going to set Ellsworth upon...
She is going to let Ellsworth off the leash, and he is going to go after Charlotte, and he's going to take a boot in the face off Charlotte for it. But
Bad dog.
I do think that Natalya is actually going to be on SmackDown next Tuesday as the women's champion.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mean Carmella?
Yeah. Carmella. Sorry, my apologies, Carmella. So, yes, cash in after Charlotte beats Natalya by pinfall.
We'll move on. The first of two Hell in a Cell matches in the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. The New Day.
Let's not talk about that.
Okay, the New Day defending the titles against the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. This wasn't easy as well. This is actually very hard. This is the final match.
Yeah, so both these Hell in a Cell matches actually were the toughest to call for me.
This was harder for me to cover. This was the toughest to cover.
I looked at this in terms of moving forward.
Right.
Because this is the last match these guys are going to have. And then I had to think of challengers afterwards. The thing is, SmackDown don't have a lot of title shot worthy heel tag teams at the moment.
Oh, okay. So logically going with the Usos then, I imagine.
No.
Oh,
I'm keeping it on the New Day.
right.
Because somewhere there's going to be a new tag team formed in a heel. Because we are going to find out who Breezango have been attacked by.
That's right.
in
That's
Fashion
right.
Files.
That's right. I've come up with a theory that it could be Luke Harper and Eric Rowan.
I think whoever it is obviously a heel tag team. So
Boom.
I think they will go straight
And they
into
have
the
a
title
history.
picture.
And they have a
They can add Breezango into the title picture as well, which gives them their title shot too. And you have a sort of three-way there, which keeps everyone happy for the title for the next pay-per-view, which I think
months, yeah.
is
SmackDown pay-per-view.
the next SmackDown pay-per-view.
idea.
There is going to be one before.
I think there
Survivor
is.
Series.
I have no idea.
Think so.
I have no idea. There should be though.
But yeah, that's who I think I have the New Day to win
Pacifics.
via pinfall. I think that it's going to be Kofi Kingston to pin Jimmy.
I'm going with Xavier Woods pinning Jay.
Okay.
So I also gone for New Day to retain the titles. Looking forward to the match. It's going to be a match tonight.
I think so. So so who's not going to be in the match then? If you think Xavier Woods is going to be in the match?
Is that part of the booking? Well, if that's
No,
the case,
I'm only asking because I assume that would be Kofi Kingston and Big E.
Isn't Kofi still injured?
No, I don't think so.
Probably had an ankle problem lately, so.
Don't think so.
I
It would really suck for me if that's the case.
Um,
But anyway, we will move on. I will move on to the WWE title match. The match that should be in Hell in a Cell, but that's all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah.
Jinder Mahal, the champion, with the Singh brothers, not too far away against Shinsuke Nakamura. This build-up has been god-awful. The build-up to this match has been god-awful. It's been racist. It's been boring. It's been just awful. Awful. Who do you have, Dave, and why?
You think because of the awful booking, it can only go one way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Mahal.
Yeah.
Yeah, as much as I want Nakamura to win, I can't. The way the WWE are booking, like the way they're looking at India, they're going on tour there next month, I believe.
December.
So,
December.
Next couple of months. Yeah. So it makes only sense. He's going to be main eventing that, even though it's a Raw. Shows are going there. Might as well keep him as champion. So
easy. After all those really, really bad promos, I thought that Nakamura was nailed on to win. Then Triple H announced that they're going back to India for live shows, a Raw show, with Jinder Mahal, the only one from SmackDown with the Singh brothers going over. You're not going to bring Jinder Mahal over to India if he's not the WWE champion. Jinder Mahal's winning.
Well, it just makes business sense and attracts more people from India to go there.
Like we said, it's more about business than promotion for these guys now anyway. So, yes, Mahal to win by pinfall after the Colossus to beat Nakamura. It's so bad for Nakamura because then that'll be 2 losses in a row against Jinder, and it's something that Nakamura needs to be built up more.
It does.
Well, he really does.
Well, again, they're looking at Mahal more for business sense as opposed to Nakamura. Simple as that. And that he loses the results. Yeah. But let's move on. Our main events of the evening. Another Hell in a Cell match. This time with falls count anywhere rules between Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens.
I really had so much trouble thinking how this could work.
I had an epiphany. Well, me too. But I had an epiphany over the whole thing.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'll give my prediction first, and then you can tell me your epiphany.
By all means.
Okay.
Go for it.
So, the news that came out that Kevin Owens will be on Raw on the 14th of October made me think, why is Kevin Owens going to be on Raw?
Right.
I think Kevin Owens is going to Raw because he was beaten by Shane McMahon. And he can't work with someone he doesn't want to work with a boss that did that. Also, maybe, possibly, Stephanie McMahon might have something to do with the match too. After the attack on Vince, Stephanie
never thought of that,
came out and confronted Kevin Owens.
And then said attacked Shane or something like that.
Yeah.
I never thought of that actually that way. Wow.
I think maybe Stephanie McMahon might help Shane in some way.
Okay.
because it is still her father as well that Kevin Owens attacked.
That's true.
Because they were in cahoots beforehand, obviously, when he was Universal Champion. I think Kevin Owens then goes to Raw to confront Stephanie about what happened.
Oh.
And it could lead to something with Triple H.
Okay, so, okay.
So,
Sorry.
the result, going back to the result, Shane McMahon beats Kevin Owens via pinfall.
I agree. It's ironic we have the same
This is
predictions,
weird.
by the way.
This is weird. I'm sorry, but what's your epiphany?
Well, my epiphany is that since Shane McMahon's returned last year, he's lost all 3 of his matches.
Mm-hmm.
He's due a win. Simple as that. And I think this is it.
Yeah.
He lost to The Undertaker. He lost to, what was it? The Survivor Series match, and he lost to AJ.
Well, he technically won that Survivor Series match.
He got knocked out.
Technically his team won that match, so he won.
The knockout counts as a loss, if you ask me.
Okay,
he didn't win the match. He was eliminated. That for me,
people remember how he left the match. I understand.
For me, it counts as a loss.
Yeah.
But overall loss, no. But individual loss, very much so.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think this is it. And you make the very good point. Like, I never thought about Stephanie and potentially Triple H. That could actually work too well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm all for that. So
okay. Well, guys, that is our.
And he's going to lead regardless of this now.
Dave, I know, like, the little voices in your head might be thinking something that I'm actually doing this on purpose, but we did not compare.
I know
our predictions
at
all.
I know you didn't.
We keep them to ourselves. But
no, you're right. I never showed them anything. That's the frustrating part.
They are our Hell in the Cell predictions. If you agree with our predictions, let us know. If you don't, also let us know. We love to hear what you think is going to happen this Sunday night. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at
facebook.com/The Kickout Wrestling. Make sure to also check us out on Twitter at The Kickout Live, at Daragh on
Mars Bar,
and me on Dave Bandana. You can give us our opinions on everything on the show and our predictions coming up to Hell in the Cell. But that's us for in the meantime. We'll be back next Saturday as usual for our show. Check us out on Near FM and all good podcasting providers, where we'll be previewing Hell in the Cell as well as OTT that just happened the night before.